A.J. Kavinsky leading things off here in the bottom of the first for the Bearcats. Top of the first, Northland went in order, a 1-2-3 inning for Jeremy Maines on the mound for St. Vincent today. So Kavinsky will stand in. He shows bunt, takes the pitch outside, 2-0. Pitch is outside. Peter Ertz is the leadoff batter for Northland. He's playing third today. Nathan Brown in left. Then Travis Hendrickson at first. Colin Moberly in center. Matt Lennon at short. As Kavinsky has drawn a walk to lead off for the Bearcats. After that, in the order, batting fifth, Matt Lennon at short. Ryan Johnson behind the plate. Dan Romano, the DH. Shane Buckley in right. Cody Leland at second. And Brandon Bodart is the pitcher today. Brandon Bodart on the hill today for the Northland Jacks. Brad Burkhardt steps in. He's got Kavinsky at first. Kavinsky drew the walk. First pitch to Burkhardt is a called strike, 0-1. Bearcats starting out this season 3-0. Coach Janosko very happy about the team's performance in the opening 3 games. We're in the bottom of the first here. Shot up the middle. Shortstop's going to cut it off, having trouble getting to it. He flips to second for one, and Kavinsky with a nice little takeout at second. And so it's just going to be a fielder's choice. Put Burkhardt on first in place of Kavinsky and bring up Zach Galasso to the plate. Our first inning today brought to you by local vagabond Matt Janosko. Matt wearing shorts today, blinding the Northland pitcher right now. It's a little strategy move of Matt's. Galasso, the lefty, stands in against Bodart, who's a lanky righty. Burkhardt takes a big lead off of first. Bodart checks over his shoulder. Burkhardt goes. It's ripped to first. First baseman makes a nice play on it. So Hendrickson with the stop. And he was right in position. Galasso hit it hard, but right at him. So Burkhardt moves to second on the ground out, and that's going to bring up Andrew Kazusko, the Bearcat right fielder. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Bearcats with a chance here with Burkhardt in scoring position for Kazusko. First pitch is a swing and a miss, took something off that one. Northland College, based in Ashland, Wisconsin. Colors are orange and gray. 0-1 pitch is grounded foul outside of third. Sorry, folks, I can barely see what's going on. I looked down toward third base and I saw were Matt's white, pasty legs. Matt, vampire by night, vagabond by day. Here's the pitch to Kazusko. 0-2 is up high, 1-2. Beautiful day here in Central Florida. Nice day to kick back and watch a little baseball. If you're tuned in via the Meridix Network today, St. Vincent Broadcast Network, I invite you to drop us a line. There's a ball short hops the third baseman. He's up with it, throws a little high, but Hendrickson makes the stretch at first, and the inning is over. Bearcats get no runs on no hits, a walk, 1 runner left. We've played an inning. The score, 0-0. We're in the top of the second now. Jeremy Maines will pitch to Colin Moberly, the center fielder. Mainsley got a 1-2-3 inning in the first. Jeremy Maines, as a freshman, was the Bearcats' most effective starter. Had a great freshman year. And then was unable to pitch during his sophomore year. Had labrum surgery after that year. Came back last season and had a few decent outings, but didn't get a whole lot of innings. But this year, back in the fall, they said Maines looked like the Mainsy of old. And we're expecting a very good season out of Jeremy this year. Called strike on the outside corner for Maines. I gotta get my sunblock out here, folks. I have a slight delay in the broadcast. That's fouled back to the screen. Bearcats sporting their green jerseys, white pants, and everything that's exposed is sunburned at this point in the week. Pitch a little high. Janosko enjoying the open air games today, courtesy of Silver Eagles. If anybody hasn't figured it out by this fourth broadcast, basically Matt and I are up here to entertain ourselves. And once in a while we'll describe what's going on in a ball game so that the rest of you can understand a little bit of what the scoring situation might be. Pitch on the way from Maines. Called strike. Do we know the count? We have no idea. There's no scoreboard, so 1-2. 1-2. No, that wasn't the first pitch. Oh, wait a minute. How did the guy get on first? He walked. Line shot. Snared out of the air. No, they're going to say he did not snare it out of the air, and they'll throw short hops to Stave. He's unable to hang on. Boy, I really thought Burkhardt had that out of the air, and we were going to get a double play over at first. But they said it short hopped him, and then the throw over to first was unable to be handled by Esteva. And so now Northland and the Jacks are in business here with 2 runners on. Somehow I missed that walk to Moberly, so now Lennon forward to first. It's going to bring Ryan Johnson to the plate with 2 runners on and nobody out here in the top of the second. Bunted down the first base line. Esteva will flip to Kavinsky covering. The sacrifice bunt successful by Johnson. Moves runners to second and third now with 1 out. And that's going to bring up number 17, Dan Romano, the designated hitter. We're in the top of the second. Bearcats against the Jacks from Northland College. First pitch on the way from Mainsy. Called strike on the inside corner. Left-handed batter against the righty Maines. Pitch is swung on and grounded foul. Mainsy out in front now, 0-2. Tomorrow we will have JV action at 1 o'clock, followed by a varsity game. JV game against Beloit, and then the varsity game against Riviere out of New Hampshire. Swung on and grounded to third. Bushy throws to the plate, and they got him dead to rights at the plate. Nice play by the Bearcat defense. Ground ball right at Zach Bush. Runner didn't have to go. A little surprised Moberly took off for the plate on that grounder, but Bushy made the, he had plenty of time to take his time, make the throw to Bako, and Moberly really didn't have much of a chance there on the 5-2 putout. No, Bushy could not have run and beaten him. No, Matt, that's not going to happen. Although he does have blazing speed. He is a speed merchant. We're in the danger zone. We could get hit from 3 different fields today. Number 36, Shane Buckley to the plate. Little chopper up the third base line. Bush will let it go foul. Heads up play there by Zach. Our second inning today brought to you by Harry's Transportation and that. Late night or not, we'll take you wherever you want to go and that. Thank you, Jim Berger. I appreciate that. Our bus driver, Harry. Harry got paged the other night in Walmart. Did you hear that? Did you hear the page? Yeah, I know you were the one that paged him. Harry Weimer, a favorite of the Bearcat baseball team, our bus driver for many, many years. One and two now, the count on the right fielder, Buckley. Maine's trying to get out of a little bit of a jam here. Runners at the corners. Two down. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Mainsy came with the high heat, and that gets him out of the inning. So the Bearcats escape, and their game remains scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom half of inning number two, Alonzo Vasquez will lead things off for the Bearcats. We are scoreless in the bottom of the second against Brandon Bodart, pitcher for the Jacks. Ground ball to short. Ertz up with it, throws on to Hendrickson for the out. One away. Understand they're tuned in today in the registrar's office at St. Vincent. Nice to hear from you. Mike Esteva takes a called strike to start things off. Bim Jerger is listening. Nick Main's tuning in to listen to how his brother's doing today. So far, he's off to a pretty good start. Two scoreless. Got his way out of a jam in the second. Here's the pitch to Esteva. Down low. Yeah, Bruce, I was wondering where you were. You know, you're supposed to be here. You've been here every other year, and not here today. There's a drive into deep left center field. That is way back, and that is off the reservation. The big engine has knocked it out of the park. The Bearcats have their first home run of the season. And, Matt, what time is it? What night is this?
Ladies' night.
It's ladies' night. Mike Esteva has taken one off the reservation here at what used to be the Indians' former training camp home. And there it is. The Bearcats in front 1-0 on the blast by Mike Esteva. What are the chances for back-to-back? Actually, the wind's blowing in a little bit. So that was a nice blast by Esteva. Sent that one out toward the peanut vendor out in left center field.
Oh my God, I had it.
Matt Tyson tuned in today. Matt, yeah, you should have been down here. We should have had you doing my job, and then I could sit here and do nothing. I direct. That's what I do, Matt. I direct. One pitch to Bush, or 1-1 pitch to Bushy. Ripped fair inside the third base line. Bushy being waved around first. He's going to be cruising into second. Slides in with the double for Zach Bush. Zach Bush, I think, in his first season, took him 38 games to get one extra base hit. He's got a double here. Zach known for those long singles. Steve Bako, Bearcats' newest left-handed batter at the plate. Steve off to a pretty good start this year, batting left-handed. Batted only right-handed last year. Skies this one out into shallow right. Shortstop calls off the second baseman. He'll make the play a little bit to the right of the bag. That's going to bring up Dad to the plate. Jordan Britcher up to the plate. My apologies. Britcher is in left field today. My eyesight's looking through a fence. I had said it was Grant Crawley in left today. It's Jordan Britcher. Dad's out in left field. So Britcher played pretty well hitting the ball yesterday in the JV game. He's getting an opportunity here, the lefty. Pitch is a called strike. Bush at second. 2 down in the inning. Chopped foul. Wow, we got an Mr. Janoska, we got an email. It says this person is Matt's #1 fan. It's from GRP. Might have to start the Matt Janosko fan club. Can you imagine the T-shirts for the Matt Janosko fan club? Almost as bad as the Keith Harmon T-shirts. The Dude Club. That's, yeah. Ripped into right field. It's going to drop in. Bushy waved around third. Play at the plate. Bushy slides. Out at the plate. Bushy thought he'd gotten around the tag. Britcher with the single to right. Bush thrown out at the plate. So nice defensive play there by the Jacks to prevent the run, but the Bearcats do get 1 run on 2 hits. The Esteva home run at the end of 2. It's St. Vincent 1, Northland nothing. Ricky, our former trainer, is with Pitt Greensburg, and he's out here today at the ballpark. Cody Leland steps to the plate. Pitch from Maines is up high. I'd like to send out a welcome to Fido, who's most likely the F train. He's probably tuned in, I'm hearing, getting word through other people. That's ball 4 for Maines as the leadoff hitter Leland is on. Fido might be in North Braddock right now. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. We're in the top of the 3rd. Maines getting set. Well, he'll throw over to first. Maines just trying to keep him close. Maines has a very good pickoff move. I just saw a bubble go by. Somebody blowing bubbles down below the throw over to first, just back in time. Maines using a little better move there. Here comes the pitch from Maines. Called strike, inside corner. As always, happy to have all of our listeners here tuning in today via the St. Vincent Sports Network. Runner goes. It was a hit and run. It's fouled out of play. One nothing St. Vincent. Top of the third. Here comes Harry. Harry Weimer, our bus driver, making his way down to the game. Throw over to first, runner back. Harry didn't want to go out last night. Did he get some hot wings? He got the nuclear wings, the Henry wings. Yeah. Bearcats off to a 3-0 start this season. The bats have been working, and every starting pitcher has gone 7 and pitched well. Pitch out. Runner doesn't go. Throw to first. Ooh, just back in time. Count is 1-2. We're in the top of the third. Throw to first. Ball gets away from Esteva, but the runner will not go. Pitch from Maines, a ball, 2-2. Bearcats lead at 1-0 here, top of the third. Maines, he checks the runner at first. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Maines has his second strikeout. Nate Brown, left fielder, number 2 hitter in the order, steps to the plate. So 1 out, runner at first. Brown grounded out second to first in his first at-bat back in the first inning. We're in the top of the third. Pitch from Mainsy, runner goes, bunted down the third base line. Bush's only play is going to be to first in time for the out. Sacrifice bunt, but now 2 down in the inning. We're going to give him a sacrifice, but I kind of think he was bunting for a hit there because it wasn't really a true sacrifice situation with 1 out. And saw the runner took a pretty big swing at second. He had thoughts of continuing on to third, but thought better of it. It's going to bring up Travis Hendrickson, and he grounded out to short, the first baseman for Northland. Pitch is a curveball. Nicely placed for a strike by Maines, 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to second. Nice play by Kavinsky. Backhand on to first in time. And the inning is over. Northland gets no runs on no hits, a walk, 1 runner left on base. We've played 2.5. It's the Bearcats 1, Northland nothing. Bottom half of inning number 3, A.J. Kavinsky leading off for the Bearcats. Kavinsky walked in the bottom of the first for St. Vincent. Bearcats lead at 1-0. Pitches outside to Kavinsky. high to Kavinsky. 4 ball. Haven't heard from the training room yet. Not sure if they're tuned in the training room today or not. All right, we have a message from some listeners. That's fouled away by Kavinsky. Here's the group that's tuned in today. Dave Lyons, class of 98. Dave Morgan, class of 02. Mike Lucon, class of 99. Matt Fight, class of 98. They say, tell Matt Janosko he should be painting and not out loafing in the sun. He was
Dave Morgan has the best Facebook picture ever.
deep fly ball into right field. And Wind holding that one up on to make the catch. 1 away as Kavinsky flies out. Tell Fido what?
Tell Morgan.
Oh, tell Morgan. He has the best Facebook picture ever. All right. Well, Matt did some work this week, didn't you? You phoned in to say you were available to work. Does that count as work?
Yeah, that counts.
Okay, that counts.
I got paid for it.
You got paid for it. That's right. That's all that matters. Pitch to Burkhardt, inside corner on the curveball.
Citizens of the state of Pennsylvania.
Bruce Szymanski, a Northland alum from 2010, is tuned in. Glad to be listening to his former teammates today. Oh, thank you, Keith Harmon. Keith said our broadcast is terrible. He's such a nice guy. He's such a pleasant. He's sick of it. Keith is sick of our broadcast already. Pitch to Burkhardt, grounded to third, right at the third baseman. On to first, and we have 2 down in the inning. That's going to bring Galasso to the plate. Bearcats up 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Keith is just a grumpy old man. That's basically what it comes down to. Zach Galasso, Bearcat lefty, he grounded out unassisted to first last time, and it's the same thing right here. He grounds it right to the first baseman, steps on the base, and the inning is over. Bearcats go in order in the bottom of the third. We've played 3. Score is St. Vincent 1, Northland 0. Leading things off will be Colin Moberly. Moberly reached on a walk back in the second. Bearcat line so far 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Northland, no runs, no hits. Pitch from Maines, a little bit high. Here's the pitch from Maines, up high again. This inning brought to you by the Bronze Palm Tanning Salon. Here's the pitch from Maines. That one is up high, ball 4. And Moberly has drawn a walk for the second straight time to lead off the 4th inning. Matt Lennon now steps to the plate. He's the shortstop for Northland. Reached on an error back in the second. Time called. Ball from another field ends up coming over onto ours. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Bako. Mainsy looks in, awaits the sign from his catcher, Steve Bako. Pitch to Lennon, called strike. Lennon awaits the pitch from the righty Maines. Maines checks over his shoulder, checks the runner at first. Pitch is swung on. That's a base hit up the middle for Lennon. Moberly will stop at second. So Northland in business here with nobody out in the top half of inning number 4. Ryan Johnson will step to the plate. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up, and got to think he might be looking the same direction this time as well, with 2 runners on and nobody out here in the top half of inning number 4. Time called. Ball from another field has ended up on ours once again. Five fields plus a practice field here in the complex along with the stadium, so technically you've got 6 main fields we can use here at this beautiful complex that used to be the home of the Cleveland Indians. I believe many years before that it was actually the home of the Boston Red Sox. It became the home of the Indians when Boston moved down to Fort Myers. Indians moved in here, were in here for several years, and now they've headed back to Arizona. Maines checks the runner at second. He's also got a runner at first. Now Maines will step off. Pitch is fouled away. Ryan Johnson at the plate. Did not show bunt on that first pitch, so a little surprised there. Thought he'd try to sacrifice these runners up. Time called again. Maines checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled away. So now 2 strikes on Johnson, so not going to be seeing the bunt now. Gio Musica will chase down that foul ball. Swung on, grounded foul outside of third. Slow at bat here. Johnson steps back in. 2-strike count. Here's the pitch from Maines. Curveball fouled back. Stays alive. Getting set for another 2-strike pitch is Maines. Here's the pitch, swung on, grounded to third. Bush down to second for 1 to Kavinsky. That's all they're going to get on the fielder's choice. Runners at the corners with 1 away. It's nice to see Ricky Wheeler walking by a little bit ago. I know Connor Gilbert also down here as part of the Penn State Altoona contingent. Pitt Greensburg is actually playing on the field right next to us. They haven't started yet. They'll be getting underway shortly. Next up to the plate is Dan Romano. He grounded into the fielder's choice. It was a force out of the plate, or not a force out, but it was an out at the plate last time up. Big lefty steps in, grounds to the first baseman, Esteva. He'll step on the bag for 1, throw down to second, in time. Nice defensive work by the Bearcats. Esteva took the grounder, stepped on first for the out, threw down to short to Burkhart, or was it Kavinsky that took the it was Kavinsky that took the throw, and he applied the tag, and that takes care of the inning on the reversed double play, 3-4. So the Bearcats get out of another jam. We've played 3.5. St. Vincent 1 and Northland 0. Andrew Kazusko leading things off. Count 1-2 on Kazusko, and he grounds that one foul outside of third to stay alive.
That strike zone last night.
Kazusko grounded out 5-3 in his first at-bat. Pitch on the way, and that hit him. Kazusko takes one for the team. He'll head down to first. He's now tied with Grant Crawley for the team lead in hit batsman for the season at 1. But something tells me Crawley will win that battle before the season's over. Alonso Vasquez will step in. Fonzie grounded out in his first at-bat. Vasquez had a 5 RBI performance on Monday in his Bearcat debut, and then drove in a couple more runs on Tuesday. Vasquez shows bunt, lays it beautifully down the first base line, but it does curve foul. Thought that was going to stay in. So Kazusko will have to head back to first. Oops, my apologies. Mike Esteva was also hit by a pitch. So we have 3 of them tied for the team lead. Esteva, I think, is also tied for the team lead in stolen bases, has the team lead in home runs, and actually has walked twice this year. And hit a curveball. Mike playing some very good baseball. Vasquez shows bunt once again. This one, very nice bunt down to the pitcher. On to first in time for the out. And we've got one away, but Kazusko moves up to second on the bunt. Sacrifice 1-3 by Alonso Vasquez. That's going to bring up Esteva. Esteva went deep to left center field last time. That's the lone run of this game. Esteva, the big righty, steps in. Waits the pitch from Bodart, called strike, 0-1. Kazusko at second. He was hit by a pitch and moved up on the sacrifice bunt by Vasquez. 0-1 pitch to Esteva. Called strike outside corner. Esteva in the hole 0-2 now. Wind picking up a little bit here. We're at Field 4 at Chain of Lakes Park here in Winter Haven, Florida, right next to our team hotel. Pitch way outside. Nice block by the catcher, Johnson. That had a lot of potential for disaster there. He made a nice play. One-two pitch on the way to Esteva. Skied towards second base. And the catch made by Leland. And we've got 2 away for Zach Bush. Bush doubled his first at-bat, doubled it just fair inside the third base line. So Bushy will step in. Bush had a start at second base the other day. Getting a start at third base today. Jack Schaefer getting the day off. Steve Bako on deck. Jordan Britcher in the hole. Pitch to Bush is inside. 1-0. Bearcats leading 1-0 in the home half of the fourth inning. Pitch is low and outside to Bush. 2-0. Checks the runner at second. Wheels and delivers. Up high, 3-0 to Zach Bush. Count now 3-0. Coach Janosko looks on from the third base coaching box. Adam Duquette coaching at first. 3-0 delivery. Ball 4. Zach Bush draws the walk on 4 pitches. I think Zach thought that was a strike. He wasn't going anywhere. Now Zach takes his base, and that's going to bring up Steve Bako, the lefty. Two outs, 2 runners on for Bako. Jordan Britcher on deck. First pitch high and outside to Bako, 1-0. One-0 pitch on the way. Called strike. 1-1 to Bako. Hopefully everybody at home can hear us because it's getting a little windy here once again. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Bako. Inside, 2-1. Two and 1 to Bako. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Ground ball. Headed toward the hole. Second baseman cuts it off. On to first. Bako slides. Safe at first, and the bases are loaded. Bako with the head-first slide into first. And he's in there safely. And on the infield single by Bako, the bases are loaded for Britcher. Britcher with a single in his first at-bat. Batting 1,000 on the year. Time called. Catcher going to go out to talk to the pitcher, Bodart. So Johnson and Bodart having a little conference on the mound. As Jordan Britcher will step to the plate. Bearcats lead it 1-0 here in the home half of the fourth. Glad you're with us today for this broadcast. Again, 1 o'clock JV game tomorrow and a 3 o'clock varsity game tomorrow. Fouled away by Britcher. Bases full of Bearcats. Here's the pitch to Britcher. Up high. 1-2 the count on Britcher. One-two pitch to Britcher's fouled away. Got Kazusko at third. He was hit by a pitch. Bush at second. He walked. Bako at first on an infield single. Left-hander Britcher against the right-hander Bodart. 1-2 the count. 2 down, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Britcher making his first start in left field for the Bearcats. Sophomore. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Britcher working hard, staying alive here. 2 down in the fourth. Bodart. Here's the 3-2 pitch, fouled away again by Britcher. Umpire's out of baseballs now. Still 1-2 to Britcher. Checks the runners. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on through the right side, a base hit for Britcher. That's down the right field line. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Britcher into second with a double, and Jordan Britcher, dad, comes through with a 2-run double. Jordan Britcher, boy, what an at-bat that was. He really just he got behind in the count, and he kept battling with the foul balls and then sent one down the right field line. So he's got a single and a double today, and has driven in 2 big runs here for the Bearcats, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in A.J. Kavinsky. Bearcats now up 3-0 here, getting a nice little little bit of breathing room for Maines. Strike called to Kavinsky. Bako at third, Britcher at second after the double. Pitch to Kavinsky. Swung on, little chopper. Bodart's up with it. He'll flip on to first for the out, and the inning is over. But the Bearcats do get 2 runs on a couple of hits. 2 runners left on base. We've played 4. St. Vincent 3 and Northland nothing.